You ever think about punching? Hi, I'm Shaggy. I'm Philalitea. Wherever, whenever you are, I hope you're well. I've already been awake for 3 hours, so the mind is racing and I have 30% battery. And so, what better way to not make money than to work on YouTube before I get to Panera, where I can hope to make some money. Anyway, you ever think about punching? You ever think specifically about punching down or up or out? You ever think about those idioms? Now see, we used to have a fighting culture. And just the English-speaking word used to be very into fisticuffs. We used to be very much into bare-knuckles boxing. I am sure you're familiar with Sherlock Holmes. And so in our popular idiom, we have a lot of bare-knuckles boxing idiom just floating around. And so you ever think about what it means to punch up or punch down? Well, punching down can mean two things. Because English is a beautiful, poetic, euphemistic language, almost every idiom means at least two things. It means the literal punching down in weight class or punching down in size. So if you're significantly taller than somebody, you're going to have a significant reach advantage over them, in that you're going to have direct access to just crush this. And that shit hurts. And so the fight's not going to last very long. So you'll be punching down. And you know that shooting down it gives you a serious advantage. The height is a serious advantage. Elevation is a serious advantage. When you're talking about your most vulnerable thing is up here, right? The more blows you take up here, the shorter the fight's going to be. And so you can think to yourself, well, if I can get inside, right, I can punch him in the belly. Okay, yeah, whatever. No, not very frequent. But it can also mean punching down in class broadly. So imagine, for instance, Mike Tyson, when he was still the heavyweight champion of the world, going to some fight night, amateur night. That would be punching way down, not only in weight class, but in skill class. Be punching way down in talent. To refer back to yesterday, hey Captain, I hope you're around, and I hope you're doing well. Now, I realized I was punching out at the world very early, and so I know that there are a lot of you who sense that I'm just punching out at the world. Maybe. But when you're punching out at like something that broadly, it's kind of like shooting out that broadly. Kind of like hitting the broadside of a barn, right? Like throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, right? And I talked about that, how that was my accidental leadership style. Was I got this bucket of shit that I want you to know, and I'm going to throw it at you. We're going to see what sticks. We're going to shovel the rest of it back into this bucket, and we're going to throw it at you again. And then eventually I'm going to teach you how to douse yourself in this bucket and shovel it up for yourself and douse yourself in until you're just covered in this bucket of shit. Now that can be a literal bucket of shit, or you could think of it as a bucket of stuff. And because really it's just a bucket of stuff that I want you to have already absorbed. And so why do you think people punch down? Because I was just talking about teenage girls. Let's continue with the meta commentary. Why do we punch at girls? We punch at teen girls because we're actually punching up economically. Teen girls are protected by the biggest baddie of them all, dad. My dad's bigger than your dad extends all the way to government. So